So this is Stella, and if you don't know her backstory, Stella is a hamster that I adopted from work when I used to work at a chain pet store. Someone had brought her in when she was pregnant and she had a litter of babies in the store. My manager agreed to let me take Stella and the babies home, so I took home Stella and her babies, and I was able to find them all homes. I actually have a video from last July when she had the babies. I posted a video about how to care for Syrian hamster babies, so if you haven't seen that and you're interested, definitely check it out. The babies are super cute. But I was able to find them all homes, and I had thought about rehoming Stella, but thankfully I kept her, and she's just been the absolute sweetest girl. I could not ask for a better tempered hamster. She's just really friendly and really sweet, and we love her. So last Wednesday, it was about 5 or 6 days ago, I was making my feeding rounds. I noticed Stella was stumbling all over her food bowl, like falling into it and falling over. And I remember laughing because I thought it was kind of funny. I thought she was just like messing around or something. Hamsters can do weird things sometimes. But I noticed that something was actually wrong with her. She was having a lot of issues walking around. And I picked her up, and her body felt so limp, and her eyes were watering, and she felt skinny. She just felt, it was really scary. I woke my husband up. It was like 1 in the morning, and I was like, something is really wrong with Stella. I thought it might be dehydration at first, so I had mixed some Pedialyte and put it in her water bottle, not bowl. I mixed some Pedialyte and put it in her water bottle, and she slurped that up. She was so thirsty, so I really felt like, you know, it was dehydration, and that once she got some fluids in her and perked up, she would be fine. We later found out that she had actually had a stroke, but they often cause some kind of neurological damage. So Stella's mobility was impaired by the stroke, and she wasn't really able to feed herself or get water for the next like 2 or 3 days. I stayed up with her that whole first night and gave her the Pedialyte every 2 to 3 hours, and she always acted like she was so thirsty every time. And what really kept me hopeful with her was that she wanted to drink. So I had tried the next couple days trying to feed her little pieces of her food, and she never really seemed that interested. And by the next day, I had decided to syringe feed her baby food. So I used this chicken and peas baby food mixed with more Pedialyte and syringe fed her every 4 hours that next day, and then most of the day after. And when she started eating, I noticed that she was definitely walking a little bit better than she had the first night. She was a little bit less wobbly. I ended up sectioning off part of her 40-gallon breeder and put her water bottle and her food bowl on the same side, and I switched her food bowl to this really shallow stainless steel dish. I put her water bottle down really low. She basically has to bend over to drink out of her bowl because when she tries to look up at all, her head is really wobbly and she can't really stop shaking long enough to be able to get a drink. Doing it this way, she was able to eat and drink by herself finally. This was around day 4, so she's been eating and drinking by herself for the last 2 days. I've heard her a few times in the middle of the night get up and go get a drink, and I see her snacking on food that she's hoarded away. We decided to switch her food to a variety mix, which is not typically what I feed them, but we switched to the Higgins Sunburst, which has a lot of variety in it, which she really likes, and added mealworms for extra protein because I wanted something that I knew she was going to eat. And I just feel like she has so much spirit back now, and I'm so thankful. And she has made, I would say, probably about 60 to 70% recovery from where she was at the first night. So I really wanted to make this video to talk about my experiences with her having a stroke, and that recovery is possible. If she had shown any signs of being in a lot of pain, or if she hadn't had that desire to eat and drink, then things probably would have gone a different way. Hopefully there has been some information in this video that kind of helps you if you're kind of stuck on what to do. Definitely take them to a vet and follow their instructions, but ultimately, I guess, don't give up hope, because it's not uncommon for hamsters with strokes to recover. that's all I have for this video. I really just wanted to kind of give you a rundown of what had happened with Stella and hopefully share some helpful information for people in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Bye!